my new blue Dunkaroos. Flintstone, bust down, color Murakami. Fruity Pebble, Bezel, Wilma, Betty, Fred, and Barney. Bad, I'm out of town, I think she modeled at McCarmy. Wrist game, Lucky Charmy, told my jeweler, leprechaun me. I'ma come.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's
I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for him with a visa. Pulling up the leader. Getting out while I'm on the. She's a keeper. No play burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot with no zeros. Doubt you when out. No, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut. Mayday. Bubbles and these models. It's popping, I tip her. I skip her, I give her the. Girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock down. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I feel like a boss right now. Talk to the man right now. Oh yeah. Feel like the man right now. Your girl on my line right now. Oh yeah. Shorty ought to be my me.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. That'll be taken in the end zone. Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. On second down, here's Wilson, rolling to his right, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Play action. Now Wilson under pressure again, and down he goes again. Fletcher Cox in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now Sproles. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. Throwing on first is Wentz. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. On second down, Wilson. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Nate Gehring. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep. Don't
do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
They run with Ajayi. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Now Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Go.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And Moore has it. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Bradley McDougald that time able to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And Dixon over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down.
19.
Throwing is Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Finding room inside the 40. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down to the 29-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
14, 14, 19.
Second and 10 now, Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now Wilson. And that's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And Janikowski bangs it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Black, black. Let's go. Great. Look at.
On second down, here's Wentz. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. When someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you hadn't.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's Wilson to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Escaping the pressure right. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Nice movement there by Carson Wentz outside of the pocket, completes another pass. Help me out here, partner. He's not sneaky athletic. He is athletic. How many times do I have to say it?
Yeah, you've been making that declaration for a while. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Frank Clark able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Let's go. Great.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Wentz now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Run. Sunday. For Tokyo.
From the red zone now, Wentz eluding the pressure right. But I think the ball's out.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
Tempo.
Now Wilson on second down. He's going to air one out. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now here's Michael Dixon, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Sproles, the return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go play action here on first down. Looking deep for his tight end. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 10-3. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Tyler Lockett. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags. And it's a kickoff return to end the first half.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touch.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Let's go. Great.
Now a play fake here on first down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Tom Johnson coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And the pressure gets to him again.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
There we go. Back. 120. Go. Position.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. K.J. Wright in there again as this offensive line is in tatters. 3 sacks in 3 plays. They do go for it. It's Wentz. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Now it's Wilson, forced out to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Let's get it. Let's go. 95. 95. Look.
They go play action now. Wilson sliding out. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jordan Hicks in there to drop him. And it'll be a loss of about 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, you see, and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, a touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Janikowski on for the extra point. Janikowski good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out to kick is Janikowski. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. On first down, Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Jaron Reed in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing now is Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
14.
On first down, Wilson. His throw caught at about the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Now Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. A gain of 6 there on first.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Tom Johnson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. The Eagles on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Run.
In his own end zone, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. Throwing on first is Wentz. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. K.J. Wright in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To throw is Wentz. And an alley to run. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that, Brock.
And obviously now,
he'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Nigel Bradham coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
it's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way things are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Third and long. It's Wilson. And this is caught at the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson escaping the pressure right. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jaron Brown from 6 yards away. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
95. Be ready for one word. Be ready for one word. 95.
From the shotgun, Wilson buying time to his left. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 13 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Let's find two.
Now it's Ajayi, and an alley to run. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Let's go.
Here's Ajayi. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. This is Ajayi, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He finds Ajayi, and he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. They give him a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
12 more yards there and another first down. Wentz now to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Ajayi. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?